Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt.
I'm Papa.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Callie.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Do you see anything? No? Yeah, me either. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Callie and I are out for a little ride this morning before we head to work. We were trying to see if we could find any deer. We didn't see anything though, right? There was nothing out. No. So we're gonna go to the farm and we're gonna get started on our day. Going for rides in the morning to see if we can find deer or other animals is something Callie and I really like to do. It's something my dad did with us when we were on the younger side, and now I get the opportunity. It's so cool. What'd you say? I know, we only have 2 big pumpkins left and we're keeping them for the seeds. No, we're not gonna eat the seeds. We're gonna plant them. We're gonna get more pumpkins later on. Go ahead, in we go. Oh, it's so nice to come down here and not have to grate eggs. Thanks, Aunt Rhonda. Oh, going in backwards, almost fell down. That warm up. We've been having a little bit of trouble with that skid steer loader where it's just like cutting out on power. We're thinking that we need a fuel filter. So that's something that needs to be done sooner rather than later. It works fine, just when it cuts out power, that's frustrating. What's up, big boys? Look at this guy. Woo-ho-ho-ho. That's a big one. So first things first with the animals this morning, I'm gonna get the chickens all taken care of, but I wanna see if all the chickens laid eggs in the nest or on the ground. In the last video, we made a little bit of a mistake. We didn't have our light on. We unplugged it because we were working on some other things. And because of that, the chickens laid a whole bunch of eggs on the ground. If you have light in your pen, it encourages them to lay a little bit more, but it also encourages them to lay in the nest. And I'm not seeing any eggs on the ground over here. They're basically all in the nest. I see one over there, but usually you'll find 1 or 2 on the ground. Well, that's a good sign. We know that's what the issue was then. We just better make sure that light stays on. Back up, ladies. Now this morning, Grammy got down to the farm a little bit early than everyone else, and she decided that she was gonna make some apple dumplings. So I've got plenty of peelings here that I'm gonna give to these chickens. Have fun with that. Who doesn't love a little apple spaghetti? Still enjoying that apple spaghetti, huh? Now there are certain times of the year where we will feed more or less food scraps. During winter, we tend to feed a little bit more because we don't have to worry about flies. Flies are a very big problem on the farm, especially when you have a whole bunch of food all over the place. It's amazing how sometimes when you add bedding into these pens, the chickens will change up which nests are their favorites. Usually that nest box over against the wall, it's not the most popular. Today there was like a few boxes in there that almost had 20 eggs in them. Like, I don't know if the view changed all of a sudden, but that became the hot spot. All the eggs are now collected. Chickens have been fed, so we don't need to worry about them anymore for today. I was just talking with Dad. He just got back from the wholesaler. He hopped in the skid steer. He's going up to get silage. In talking with Dad, though, I figured out something very interesting. That skid steer loader has a second fuel filter on it. So we had replaced the one we knew about earlier, and it was running fine, had no problems. But then this started up again, so we didn't know if we had a fuel issue or what the case was. If we had a fuel issue, that would be a big problem because we use the same fuel in that we do in all our other equipment. But what we've learned is that there's actually a second fuel filter that's more towards the center of the machine that we're gonna have to replace. Thankfully, it's not like a special part. He said we could get it at any auto parts store. So we're very happy to know about that, because when you're running that skid steer loader, you're trying to dump silage, you're trying to work with it, and it's just cutting power to itself. That's pretty frustrating. Dad is going up to get silage though. He shouldn't have any problems doing that. And then once he's all finished dumping that silage in, we are gonna dump our corn and our grain in, and then the cattle will be done as well. And they're being so patient. They're all just standing around waiting. That's what I like to see. End up in the strangest places. Are you just here looking for pets? Big girl. Everything we have is full of corn, so we decided to put some more corn in here. Oh boy. Uh-oh. What's up, Polly? Big girl Polly. A lot of the smaller cattle are in the back eating. We got the rest of the cattle out here. They are working on eating as well. So that would be it for cattle today. Cattle are all taken care of. Beautiful. Beautiful animals, beautiful view, beautiful day. What's up, turkeys? Look at this big boy. Wow. With grabbing the calves their milk, that was the last thing we really needed to do. Animals are now all taken care of. We have a few other jobs that really need to be handled today. We do have an order for a bin of cabbage. We're also gonna need cabbage for ourselves, so that's gonna involve a lot of picking. Another thing that needs to be done sooner rather than later though, is getting some potatoes bagged up. And some of you may be thinking, didn't you just bag up like 40, 50-pound bags the other day? Yes, we did, but they're already sold. We had some bins of potatoes already bagged up in here in the cooler. I was just looking at each individual bin. It looks like our white potatoes are low, so we might have to wash some of those. And our yellow potato bin is looking pretty low, but we have some more downstairs already washed, so it's not a big deal. Now we have some white potatoes down here that we can fill bags out of, so that's gonna make it a lot easier on us not having to worry about running potatoes through the washer, but we're gonna need to wash potatoes eventually. Matthew's just moving some bins around to make sure that we have plenty of room. Because of the amount of potatoes in the storage area, it can be difficult to remember and find where certain types of potatoes are. So we try and keep everything in the same spot, which sometimes can be a little bit of a pain, especially earlier in the year. But as we start to get more potatoes cleared out, we'll have plenty of room. Now, it may seem like Matthew is going really slow, and that's because he is. He's taking his time so we don't spill any bins of potatoes. That'd be a headache. Now, what we've got in front of us right now is some white potatoes, and we need 10-pound bags. We've got a few 50s upstairs, but not everybody needs 50 pounds of potatoes at one time. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can't believe it either. So we're just gonna fill up a couple of these 10-pound bags. And these are the white potatoes. The variety is called Eva. And these are very popular because they're very uniform. Very nice potatoes, and a lot of people really enjoy using them. You always have so too much. Do I put too many in there? Yeah, you're a pound over. It's because I just want the people to have plenty of potatoes. I'm so used to filling 50-pound bags. Oh! 10 pounds, perfect. 10 pounds, perfect. The bag is already teared off, so we are good to go. couple turkeys. I'm loading potatoes on the back of the side-by-side. Yeah. We have to keep them separated because we've got white potatoes and yellow potatoes. And guess what? It's kind of hard to tell the difference sometimes. What's those potatoes worth? So just, this is kind of for me and for you. The right side is the yellow potatoes. The left side is the white potatoes. And Matt and I decided to do 250s of white potatoes just to have a little extra up there. Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's move those little feet. How fast are you? Whoa, so fast. Yeah, you can press the horn. Go ahead. Show them how you drive. Woo! The turkeys are? Oh, okay. We already ran a bin of yellow through. Now we're running a bin of white through.
That was figured out like 6 days. Well, that was all the ones.
Look at these yellow potatoes over here. I know in the last video we showed you a lot of potatoes, but I can't get over how nice they look. A family that washes potatoes together stays together.
Get her, Pop-Up! Get her! Get her, Pop-Up! Get her!
Alrighty, everyone. It is now lunch. We got some pizza here, and we also got some ingredients for sandwiches. We're now all finished with lunch, and we're putting a few bins onto the truck. I mentioned earlier that we wanted to get some cabbage picked. We're not getting one, but 2 bins picked. We've already got one on there, and we got one right here that we can use. It's starting to get a little chillier today. We're starting to get a breeze, and temperatures dropping, so that's gonna make picking cabbage fun. We're just waiting on Matthew. He had to take a whole bunch of hats, some shirts, and hoodies to get them shipped. We've had a lot of people picking them up. Yeah, I'll bring them. So that's pretty exciting. If you guys want hats, shirts, or hoodies, make sure you check out the link in the description, thevegieboys.com. You can pick up some stuff, and I'd suggest get it now, sooner rather than later, because if you're trying to get it for any like events or stuff coming up, that's what I recommend. And the hoodies are nice. I have like too many of them. I just try and mention that occasionally. We get a lot of people that are asking about hats, shirts, and stuff like that. Hoping to get some beanies, and then maybe some other items. Who knows? What do you guys think we should get? I'm excited about anything. Oh yeah, probably gonna be wearing the gloves today. I'm just like, yeah, cabbage is nice and crispy. There you go. This right here. We started at the one end of the cabbage field, and we've just been making our way through, slicing all of the mature cabbage and throwing it into the bin. One thing I will say, a lot of this cabbage is not getting any larger, so the smaller cabbages, even though they're on the smaller side, we're happy to take them because one, they look beautiful, and two, they're not gonna get any bigger. And there's no point in leaving them out here in the field. We might as well take them with us. A lot of times when we're selling cabbage for sauerkraut or coleslaw, we'll sell it by the pound. So 50 pounds of cabbage is 50 pounds of cabbage. Larger heads mean less work, but smaller heads still make good weight in cabbage. We've already came out through this field a few times and harvested a lot of the larger heads. And the fact that we're still able to find ripe cabbage is a really good thing that we're all very happy about and you won't see us complaining about. Ooh, you got cold cabbage water down my back. Woo. You may notice that there seems to be quite a bit of moisture with this cabbage. We got more rain last night. I'm not 100% sure how much. Dad, do you know how much rain we got?
I don't know. It wasn't much.
It's enough to make all the cabbage very wet, and now my glove's wet. Ooh, almost fell over. Isn't that a beautiful sight? 2 bins of cabbage. What is it? Almost the middle to the end of November? You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it so much. I know we're all pretty happy with how harvest went for everything this year, but the fact that I'm looking through this cabbage, I'm seeing like one there, one over there, and then everything else is cut. Oh, it's just such a beautiful sight. Now we have some cabbage over here. It's a little bit longer season cabbage. We're gonna be able to harvest that into the even colder months. If it doesn't freeze and split open, there's a big chance that that could happen. But hopefully by that point, we'll have a bulk of this stuff already picked off over here, and we can get started on the cabbage that I was just talking about, the longer season stuff. I don't know if it's storms rolling in or what it is, but we got a lot of clouds and a lot of wind. It's making things a lot cooler than they were this morning. Let's see how these bins look on the truck. That's pretty. That's a beautiful sight. Oh, cabbage. Now that we're done, it's time to head back to the farm. What was that? You made cookies?
I made cookies.
What kind of cookies did you make?
This big one.
Ooh, can you show me one? Do you have one?
I do. They're in the kitchen.
They're in the kitchen? Let's go see them. Show me, run. Alrighty, let me see them. You made these?
Don't forget to get them.
I won't forget to take them home. Don't worry. Good job. High five. Good job. Well, that was pretty exciting. I didn't know you were making cookies. Good job, Callie. We got the 1 bin of cabbage on the truck. That's got to be moved because that's for an order. And then the bin of cabbage for us, that's right here. Look at that. I'm glad we were able to get all that cabbage harvested. That's one less thing we got to worry about. And if anybody shows up for more cabbage, we'll have plenty. Sometimes people show up and just randomly, it's dark in here. Who turned the lights off? Oh no. I bet you it was Callie. Who turned the lights off on me?
Yeah.
Who? Did you turn the lights off? That's it. Tickle, 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 tickle. What was I saying? Yeah, sometimes people show up for cabbage orders, and we've got it. We've got it. Nothing to worry about. Oh, now that we're all finished with the cabbage, Daniel and I are going for a little ride down to the Red Barn. We need to get some straw. We don't have any straw up here to sell, so that's where we're off to next. Honeycrisp apple. Chickens everywhere. Chickens. Straight back. A little more. All right, that's good. Hi, kitty. That cat wasn't expecting me to be there, that's for sure. I am now up inside the Red Barn. You can see this is all straw here. And then if we look straight back, this is all straw. We need a decent amount, so I'm just gonna start throwing it out to Daniel.
Here comes the first one.
I don't know who stacked these in here that they're not falling. At least we know it. And the last one. got the straw all in the wagon, and I'm gonna ride home on the back with my little straw wind blocker. Backflip. And there we go. Daniel and I got a decent amount of straw up here on the porch. If we need to grab any for bedding up chickens or cattle, we can grab some from here. Alrighty, everybody, I just made it home after a long day. Lauren's yawning. I just got here, but she's been taking care of babies. How's Ronnie today?
He's been a little, I think he's starting to
Cut teeth?
cut the tooth because
He was up all night.
He was up all night.
It was bad, but you know what? It is what it is. Over here we can see we're gonna get a smile out of Cranky Boy. Yeah, and then Miss Lily. Yeah. Oh, this is the best part of the day. Seeing my babies, seeing Callie, seeing Lily, seeing Ronnie, ooh, and seeing Mama. Mwah. We are planning on having some people over for dinner, so I gotta get changed and cleaned up because I'm stinky. Well, yeah, since we're getting ready to have dinner, that means this is where we're gonna end the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.